William here. I'm just having a cup of coffee this morning. It's a little early still, but I thought I'd shoot a little video about the AirPods Pro and what my pros and cons are about the AirPods Pro. So I've had these for a few months now, and I figured I'd get a lot of use out of them before I do a little video about them. And what I found is that they are, first and foremost, high quality. The noise cancellation is really good. You know, obviously it's not Bose quality, but it's still pretty darn good. Like I have them on right now. You're probably noticing also that the microphone quality is not quite the same quality, in my opinion anyways, as the previous AirPods, previous generation. The I don't know if it's that they have different mics or because there's maybe a little different distance or different technology, but there's definitely something different I've noticed about the microphone. Even when we saw Tim Cook using them on like a TV show or something like that. I can't remember what it was, but I remember seeing him on a Zoom call or whatever, and he had the AirPods Pro on, and the sound quality wasn't as good as the AirPods. So I just thought that was interesting. Um, the one other thing I would say that maybe is a little con are these little silicone thingies. Not a lot of people talk about them in reviews, I find. They, in my experience, anyways, I'm about 6 feet tall, and my ear canals are fairly large. So I started off with the mediums, and I was doing the test with the seal in my ears, and it was saying it was okay, but I was still felt like they were a little too small, and the sound was getting through, and they weren't sealing correctly, even though it was saying that it was okay. And then after a while, the left one wasn't sealing properly at all. And so I took the mediums off, I put the large on, and now they seal really well. What I find is they seal pretty darn good, but when I pull them out, obviously it's not doing it now, but when I pull them out, they always end up reversing like that. So I gotta like flip them back before I put them in every time, which can get a little annoying. But let's see here. Yeah. But anyways, aside from that, those the little silicone thingies seal all right as long as you get the size right. Do your little test with the in the Bluetooth settings on the AirPods Pro, and I would say the one other, okay, maybe the third thing that is a con, I would say, is there has been a few times, I'd say 2 or 3 times, I can't remember exactly, but 2 or 3 times when I took the left one out, or it just came out on its own, the silicone thingy, maybe I just didn't have it on there fully enough, but I'm pretty sure I did. I pulled it out, and the little silicone thing was still in my ear. And I was on a job once, and I pulled that out. I was trying to talk to a customer, and there's this little silicone thingy stuck in my ear canal, and my fingers couldn't get it out. And so it took a little bit of creativity on trying to get that puppy out of my ear canal, because it was like flush. Like I couldn't even get my fingers in there to grab it. It took a lot of messing around, and you know, obviously you don't want to stick anything in your ear. You don't want to damage your eardrum. So that would be another con, I would say. Make sure those silicone thingies are on there really good. And they are a little oval. They're not perfectly round. So you got to get that oval, when you put them on, you got to get that oval setting just right. Because if it's not, they might pop off in your ear, and you don't want that, obviously. So aside from those cons, I would say that the AirPods Pro are a really high quality product, because that's Apple, right? That's what they do. They're also very expensive, though. So, you know, if it's in the budget to get them, I would recommend getting them. because the sound quality is really good. Um, what I found, like I wouldn't consider myself an audiophile, but I do have an ear for nuances, and I love music. That's why I have so many different. I'm always trying different types of earbuds, and I find that the AirPods Pro, you hear things kind of like Bose headphones. Obviously, it's not as isolated because you don't have the whole ear coverage and the higher scale or higher quality noise cancellation as you do with the Bose, but for the most part, you're going to hear sounds that you don't normally hear in music. Like I'm picking up nuances in music that I listen to that I've never heard before, and I've listened to these songs a lot of times, and so that I would say that's pretty impressive. So yeah, if you like really good sound quality, you got the noise cancellation option. You also have the pass-through option, and all you do is you hold it once, and it goes bling, and then now I can hear everything outside of this. Now, if you want the noise isolation or noise cancellation back on, you just hold it again, and boom, you're in noise cancellation. There is another mode, you can turn them both off, which will save battery time. Um, yeah, that is one other con I would say probably is the battery life on these is not quite as high as maybe those wireless buds that have the cord around and plug into your ear. Um, those ones will have a bigger battery pack, and the battery I found on those cheaper styles will last all day, whereas these only last maybe a couple hours or so. I don't have the exact numbers, but you know, just like with the AirPods, you got to pop them out, you got to charge them up, and then you know, throw them back in if you want to listen to it all day. You're going to be charging quite a few times. You know, I'd say 2 or 3 times at least if you're working all day and you're wearing them. Um, yeah, I wanted to say something about like if you ever run into issues with these, because that's why I got AirPods Pro, was the original AirPods failed on me after just under 2 years, and the manufacturer's warranty is good for 1 year. And the same thing with this is 1 year. So what I did was I bit the bullet and I bought Apple Care, this time with AirPods Pro, because I'm assuming that the battery life on these is going to wear out before the 2 years is up, and I don't want to be out another $400+ Canadian and have to, you know, replace them out of my own pocket. So I got Apple Care this time, and if these things fail within 2 years, um, hopefully they'll be able to fix it, replace it, or something like that. So that is probably something I would recommend if you're going to spend that much money on a couple of wireless buds. Then definitely get the Apple Care. Um, if you're going to have issues within 1 year, not a problem, but over that, which is highly likely, get Apple Care. Um, just trying to think of anything else that I would recommend or not recommend with these. Well, I think I'm going to stop there. If I think of anything else, I'll definitely pop up another video about AirPods Pro. Expensive, you know, not as expensive as Bose headphones, not quite as high sound quality, although they do have really good sound quality. Um, yeah, I'd say if you got the money, grab yourself a set of AirPods Pro, and you you'll be really pleased with the sound quality and happy with your AirPods Pro, especially the noise cancellation. Actually, you know what? I've been working on this deck here, and I've been wearing the AirPods Pro with the noise cancellation on, and been making a lot of cuts with a saw, and I don't have to put earmuffs on to protect my ears because the AirPods Pro are actually cutting down the sound of the saw so much that it protects my ears. So Apple may not recommend that, but that's something that I've noticed. They work great as like earplugs even. So hope that helps. Thanks for watching.